Hey there, everyone. It's Kerri. How are you? Just going to check and make sure I'm going live. If you are jumping on, say hi. I don't see the comments popping up yet, so it looks like Facebook's still trying to um, come together here. There they are. Okay, good. And I'm just going to pop over to my page here and make sure that this is showing up. Yep, it looks good. Okay, good. So I'm gonna wait a few minutes to see if people pop on. Lisa is here. Hi, Lisa. How are you? This is a fun new thing that I decided to do this past week. I just was thinking that it's been a while since I've done question and answer sessions. I did actually do one of those probably about 2 weeks ago, and after not doing any for a while. And it was fun. It's always good. Hi, Teresa. How are you? And I just decided that I wanted to do something a little bit different. And I thought that this little audit would be fun. It's totally going to change names because I don't love the name Feng Shui Energy Audit at all. At least not for this particular offering, but it was the best I could come up with. And so what I see today being is kind of like a hot seat format where in the comments, I just would love anybody who wants to volunteer to share a current challenge that you're having with me. And this can be very simple. I'll ask you more questions if I need to know more information, but it could be something like, um, you know, uh, I'm looking for a new job and I can't find one. It could be finances aren't flowing. It could be I'm struggling with a partner. So something just very general like that. Let me know what's going on for you. And what I want to do here in this session is talk to you about your challenge and where to look within your home itself, and maybe some shifts and changes that you can make within your home that will help call a new kind of energy into your life and into the problem, and kind of give you some ways to look at the problem from an outside the box vision. So if you have something that you want to share, go ahead and put it in the comments. Teresa says health issues. Okay, awesome. So, Teresa, there's a part of the home that is, according to the Bagua map, the Bagua map is a tool that we use in Feng Shui, which is all about finding the energy centers that are located, that are related to different parts of your life. And there is an energy center in your home that's related to health and to well-being. I'm actually going to hold up the Bagua map here, but um, this center area here is about health and well-being. And we use the Bagua map with your floor plan to figure out where that is in your house. But this particular one is really easy. It is in the center of your house. And it's usually that middle part of the house where there's either, depending on what type of house you have, it could be where there's a staircase, or sometimes there's a bathroom there, but it's the middle, that very center part of your house. Sometimes it can also, if you have an open floor plan, we have a fairly open floor plan, and it can be kind of just like a void where there isn't anything. So the health and well-being area can sometimes be a bit of a challenge to enhance and to create flow in, or to even ground and create an anchor in, simply because of where it's located within the house. And of course, each room also has its own Bagua map, and so each room also has its own health area. And so, if you think about just a typical standard room, the middle of it is going to have nothing there, or usually there'll be a bed underneath it, but there's not like a table where you can, in most cases, like set up a specific cure or enhancement right in that specific health and well-being area of the room. But what I do recommend doing is kind of tucking little enhancements, maybe that can't be seen, either in that area or close to that area. So for example, in your bedroom, underneath your bed, kind of in the middle where it's hidden and nobody else is going to see it, you could put some little affirmations underneath the bed that are speaking towards the health that you are looking, the good health that you're looking to call in. And also, one thing that's really great to do in the health area is to hang something from the ceiling. So what you're looking to do is kind of call energy to that area, and that just that intentional action of setting an affirmation underneath the rug in that middle part of the room is really powerful. But also if you hung a crystal from the center of the ceiling, um, or uh, or some other thing that really speaks to you. Sometimes it might be a mobile or something like that. In addition to this health and well-being area that's part of your home, there's also lots of areas that may or may not fall in that part of your house, that are related to health and well-being. And of course, one of the main ones is the kitchen. And so taking a look at your kitchen as it is, no matter where in the house it falls, no matter what part of the Bagua map it falls into, it's still going to have an influence on your health and well-being. And so just, kind of thinking about what's going on in your kitchen right now, and whether or not, if you were to walk in there and just, have an open mind, whether or not it would shout out health and well-being to you, or whether it might send a different message, like, that you're too busy to take care of yourself, or that you are uninspired to take care of yourself, or that things are really cluttered, and so the energy, within the kitchen itself is maybe diluted by extra things that are in there that are pulling attention away from health and well-being. So think about that. You could even do some simple, quick changes within your kitchen, like putting a really vibrant, full, abundant, healthy looking bowl of fruit right on the kitchen counter. Or you could make sure that there are healthy foods inside your refrigerator or inside your cabinets. Or you could even just go into the kitchen cabinets right now and pull out 3 things that you know aren't supporting the health and the well being that you, strive for in your life. Just go pull 3 things out and create, maybe donate those to the food pantry, or move those on, but create space for a new kind of energy within that health and well-being area. Um, Another area that's really powerful in terms of health and well-being is your, bathroom, because that space is actually really about self-care and about taking care of yourself, and, showing yourself some love. And so, take a walk into your bathroom and take a look at your bathroom from that viewpoint of, you know, when I walk right in here, does this show a place that feels really, enriching and reminds me to care for myself, or reminds me of the ways that I can take care of myself? I like to think of bathrooms in terms of that spa like feeling, like really that rich and kind of abundant and self care feeling that you would get if you took yourself to a spa. Can you add some little enhancements into your bathroom that will really, help you remember to take good care of yourself? Um, yeah, bathrooms, kitchens, and definitely that center area of your home. I hope that gives you some ideas to work with today, Teresa, and I wish you, good fortune and health for sure. Hi, Bree, how are you? Yeah, I'm just stepping back for a second. Teresa says you have a raised ranch and there's a staircase in the center. So let's talk about that for a second too, because that is interesting, because in staircases, the energy is kind of falling away from you, kind of like a waterfall. So the energy goes down the staircase and pulls the energy down and away from you. And so maybe taking a look at that staircase also and thinking about how you can maybe draw the eye up or the energy up, away from the staircase, or away from going down. So it could be as simple as at the bottom of the staircase, putting some pictures of upward growing trees or plants, or even putting some potted plants along the staircase, or even silk plants or silk flowers would be really powerful to counteract that downward flow. So play with that today, Teresa. I give you tons of good ideas, and I know you can, go have some fun with that today. Hi, Bree. So Bree says that you're challenged with self-worth. This is such a challenging area for me right now too. I can feel it. I can feel you there. And I would say, probably the biggest area to focus in terms of self-worth would be in the wisdom or the knowledge and insight area. I'm going to show the map again. That is this area over here. It's generally the front left corner of your house. So if you were standing outside your house looking in, or maybe standing in your front door looking into the house, what is the furthest front right corner of your space? That is the area that's related to knowledge and insight. And I like to call that area, sometimes I call it the wisdom area. Some people call it like the self-actualization area. It's all about connecting to things that um, help you grow. So it could be about education. It could be about learning more. It could be about connecting to your higher self, or even to your higher guides. And for me personally, when it comes to the topic of self worth, um, it means going within. It means going like within myself and really uncovering the things that are blocking me from noticing my own self worth or appreciating the value that I bring to my life, to my family, and to the world. And so standing out front, looking inside. Yes, exactly. So the front left corner of your house. So for me, that self worth, the way to tackle that is to go within and to kind of connect with your higher self, where you can really connect with that place of your true divine power um, and potential. And so having that knowledge and insight area is, if you could locate that area within your house and just kind of go in there and also take a look and see um, what's going on in there. Oh, so Bree says this is what her client's biggest obstacle is. Yeah, so Bree, I would highly recommend that you talk to your clients about, well, first of all, it can be any place in their house, but see if they can create a space, whether it's finding a cushion on the floor, a little corner in their house where they can place a cushion and sit down and get quiet and look within themselves. And even better, if they can find space within this knowledge and wisdom area of their house, which would be the front left corner of their house. If they can put some things within that corner, maybe it is a meditation spot, maybe it's a spot where they can sit and do some journaling, or maybe it's just a place where they can hang a nice piece of artwork that speaks, or I love word art. Word art is a big thing for me. So like things that speak to having really good self-worth. You could just go into that corner. Maybe it's somebody's bedroom, but go into that corner and hang a piece of artwork in there that talks to, connecting to your highest potential and your self-worth. Or it could be about actually using that corner to create space for you or for your clients to connect with their higher self and their highest potential, and really create a line between them and that highest version of themselves, and get a lot more comfortable with what their full potential is. So think that through. Let me know if there's anything else. The other thing that I would say is, it doesn't have to necessarily be that front right corner, but especially for women, and I know that you work with women and moms who are, really trying to find their magic again. And the one thing that I find with my clients is they don't give themselves any real estate at all to do this inner work. And so wherever it is, ideally it can be in that knowledge and insight area, but if it can't be, just go find that. Just go carve out that one spot where you can sit down for 15-20 minutes a day and give yourself the real estate, like physical real estate, permission to take ownership of that part of your life and to connect with yourself. Bree says the front left room in our house is a disaster. It's a holding space for all the odd things. Yeah, so just noticing that and realizing the energetic connection between the thing that I love about this map is that there's always so much insight into it when we start noticing the different life areas and what's going on in that space in our house that's related to that area that we're having an energetic challenge with. Usually there's some sign or some symbol in there about this block or this unrest, or there's physical blocks within the space itself that are not allowing energy to free flow and nourish that part of our life. So absolutely go clean out that room. Even if you clean 3, 4, 5, 6 things out of the space and neaten it up a little bit and just show it some love, you will automatically be calling energy to that part of your life, which really gives you the space for connecting with your self-worth and your inner knowing and your personal potential. So I'm so glad. Add some pretty things, because you are worth it, right? That's the area about self-worth, and you want to energetically show yourself that you're worth it, especially in that particular part of your home. Liz Reef says, your challenge right now is getting employment and generating income. Awesome. And I know a lot of people are really focused on these two things right now. Sorry, this map is kind of hard to hold up. I'm going to talk to you about a couple areas, but this one right here is this fulfilling work area. It's about your career and your path through life. Very often it ends up being the front door of your house. If you think about a colonial style house where you're looking at it from the outside, and the middle front section of the house is that main entrance to the house, often that is the career area. Not always. Sometimes there are houses that have it off to the doorway is off to the left or to the right. But that whatever's going on in that middle section of the front of your house is related um, to career, to your journey through life, and to the work that you do that fulfills you. And so think about what's going on in that particular space. Whenever somebody is looking to call energy into their career or their work, or even just any part of their life in general, one of my big suggestions always is to turn on the front door lights and leave them on 24/7. Like, intentionally go turn on the front door lights, and even if you have an inside entryway in your house, and do this even if it's not, even if your front door doesn't fall in this fulfilling work area, but you're looking for work, trust me, do this thing. Go turn on the lights, the outside lights that are over your front door, and go turn on the inside entryway light. That space that once you come in your front door, there's that landing area. Turn on that light, or put a little lamp there that you can turn on and lights, or a night light that you can leave on in that space, for a good part of the time, 24/7 if you can. I can't tell you how many people I've suggested this to who were about to go to a job interview, or were prepping for a job interview or something like that, and they called energy. What this is doing is shining a light on this part of your life, on calling energy towards you, towards your home, towards your life path. And it really is powerful at calling beneficial opportunities in your direction. So, and I always get some kickback. People are like, 24 hours a day, you want me to leave my lights on? I don't know if I can do that. But it's really powerful to do it. And Liz says that you live in an apartment, so you're not going to have as much ability to go flip on the outside lights. But what you can do, depending on what the rules within your apartment complex are, is really dress up that entranceway to into your single apartment. So if they will allow you to put a welcome sign on the front door, or a welcome mat in front of the front door, or even a couple of, Liz is asking, what about a mirror? I don't recommend a mirror, because mirrors are reflective, and that would potentially reflect away what you're trying to invite in. So in this particular case, a mirror would not be the best cure. But definitely think about what you can do to call energy and attention towards towards the door itself. If you can't turn on the light above your door on the outside 24/7 because you are in an apartment, look at, when you open that door and when you step inside in that entryway area, is there a way that you can call energy there? Is there a light that you can keep on in that part of the apartment for a bit? Is there a night light that you can put there? Is there a candle that you can intentionally place there and light, or a salt lamp? Salt lamps, I love those for a safer version of kind of turning on a light or calling energy to a specific part of the home. You could even hang a bell on your front door and kind of intentionally ring it every time you go in and out through the apartment door. It's just calling energy towards you, towards this part of your life, and is pretty powerful. Um, Let me think of what else. I would also take a look at writing down what your perfect job description is. What are you looking for? Like, what would be in the most perfect situation? What would that job look like? Would you be working in an office, or would you be able to work from home? Would you be a digital nomad? Um, Even if this isn't the job that you're looking for specifically right now, write down the job description for your absolute unbelievable dream job. Um, you know, uh, what's your boss like? What kind of hours do you work? What kind of money do you make? What kind of benefits do you have? What kind of opportunities are coming your way because of this new job that you have? Really get super crystal clear about writing a job description that's the perfect job that you want to call in for yourself. And how you're going to feel when you're in that job, maybe what opportunities it's going to provide to you, or what opportunities it's going to give your family. And take that job description and put it underneath that lamp or that nightlight, or try to find a place where you can tuck it in this, depending on where it is in your apartment, in this fulfilling work area. Sorry, this is like the hardest thing to try to get it in front of the camera. So find that middle section of your apartment in the front. Um, Even if it's not your front door, see if you can find a place to tuck a really beautiful job description for what it is that you want to call into your life in terms of job, and in terms of money, and in terms of generating income. It's the same thing. Like, you may be looking for a 9 to 5 job right now just so you get insurance and can, cover your family's basic needs. But maybe in the long run, that isn't what you are looking for. Maybe you're not really looking for a 9 to 5 job. Maybe you're looking to generate income by selling your artwork, or by sharing one of your gifts with the world. And so, make that part of the stepping stone of where you're going in the long term. And the other place I would look, or well, let me go back to the fulfilling work area. In addition to turning on the light, or putting a night light out and putting a job description out, this fulfilling work area is ruled by the element of water. And so any kind of image of flowing water, or I love water fountains. So if you were to get a tabletop fountain and put it in that fulfilling work area, or somewhere near your entrance, that is also helping to create flow and call energy in, and support the energy that the fulfilling work area needs in the space itself. And also, another place where you could put a fountain is in this abundance area, which is the back left area of your apartment or of your house. So if you're standing kind of in the front, in the entranceway of your apartment, think about what's the furthest left corner of your house. It's probably looking backwards to you when I do it, but from looking in, what's the farthest left corner of your house? That's related to money and prosperity and cash flow and abundance. And so pay attention to what's going on in that space. Go there and look and see what's going on there. Notice if it's cluttered, and if there are, things. First of all, clutter will stop the energy from being able to circulate, and that will stagnate the energy that's needed to create flow in your financial life. Money is energy, and energy needs to flow. And so you want to make sure that there's space and the ability for energy to move through the space. And so clear out any clutter that's there, and clear out anything that you notice that maybe represents lack, or not having enough, or otherwise, bring in a symbol or something symbolic that will kind of anchor prosperity and cash flow. This is also a great area to, create a gratitude journal and maybe put that gratitude journal in this back left corner of your house, because this wealth and abundance and prosperity is not just about having enough cash flow, it's also about being grateful for what you do have and magnifying that energy of what you already have to attract more of what's coming. And the abundance corner or that prosperity corner is also a good place for the water fountain to go, because that flowing water is symbolic of flowing money. And so keeping a fountain in that space and keeping it fresh and clean and always making sure that the water is flowing with ease is a great way to create that circulation and flow that you want to call into your financial life. And then another great abundance enhancement is a big, healthy green plant. So bringing in a big, healthy plant, which energetically represents growth and expansion, which is what you want to call in for your financial life, is just a nice way to add in that energy that calls in what you want to create in that part of your life. That was fun. I don't know if there's anybody else here, but if anybody else wants to play, I have a few more minutes. What I'm asking you to do is to go ahead and tell me just something in your life that's a challenge for you right now. Either some part of your life that's a challenge, or something that you're struggling with or that you want to call in. It could be, looking for a strong relationship, looking for more joy, anything like that. Go ahead and put it in the comments and I will answer it for you. For those of you who are here or who are listening to the replay, especially if you're listening to the replay, let me know that you have, and also let me know where you're watching from, because I love to keep track of that. There are ways to work with me. I have some Bagua mapping sessions, so if you're curious about this Bagua map, this tool that you can use in Feng Shui, and what I love about this particular tool is that for me it allows me to use my home as a vision board for all the things that I want to call in and create in my life. So I use it in two ways. Like if I know I'm stuck in the support area is typically an area that I really struggle in, like being able to call in the right people at the right place at the right time to help me move forward with ease and flow has always been an area that I've struggled with. So I purposely often will go to this part of my house and notice what's going on there. And it always ends up being the place where clutter collects in my particular life. And so it's kind of a running joke. Like I'm not sure whether or not the clutter is creating the block or whether the block is creating the clutter. But either way, I'm aware that I want to go to that part of my home every so often and give it a good cleanup and really call some energy and enhancements into that space. And often when I do, it's amazing how all of these things just start clicking into place. And I do suddenly feel more supported. But using this Bagua map is a great way for you to understand how your home connects to the different parts of your life, how to create clarity on what you're calling in for each of those parts of your life, and then use your home as a vision board to magnify and call in more of what you want. So I have Bagua mapping. I call them energy map packages, where we take a look at your floor plan and apply the Bagua map and talk about some key areas that you want to call energy to based on that. I also have one-on-one Feng Shui and energy clearing packages. So if you are interested in working with me, I work both on-site, coming to your home, and remotely. So it's amazing what we can accomplish through a floor plan and a Zoom call. So I really want to thank you guys for coming today and for asking your questions and playing with me. It's amazing to me that like I said, you don't always need, I don't need to see a floor plan or even be able to see into your home to be able to generate some out-of-the-box ideas that will help create a new perspective for you and a new flow of energy within your home and around your challenges. And sometimes that's what it takes. That's what I love about Feng Shui, is that it's a totally out-of-the-box solution to the challenge. And for me, whenever I'm stuck in a part of my life, I just go into my home and start moving stuff around, or start cleaning things, or start maybe purging and decluttering things and creating space for what I want to call in. And it never, ever, ever has failed to call in something new and something amazing, or to help me get some insight on a challenge that I could not see a resolution to before. So it's such a fun way to look at your problems and come up with a new way to call energy and solutions in. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Bree. And Lisa, thank you for being here. I'm so glad to be here. I'm going to be back here next Thursday. Next Thursday, I will probably come and have a topic to share with you. So watch this Feng Shui Pathways page for more information about that. And thank you so much for playing with me today. I really appreciate it. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Take care.